Hello, welcome to Abby's YouTube channel. Today we would like to talk about back to school and some healthy tips so that the parents and loved ones can use. It's back to school season in Nigeria, and it's a very fun time. The kids are happy. New school uniform, new books, new class, new shoes, all new everything. But then at the same time, there are some healthy tips we want to provide to parents and loved ones to keep the kids healthy and safe. Let's start with nutrition. Who doesn't love meat pie? Everybody likes meat pie. We like soda, we like juice. But we all know that those are not the best options for our growing children. But we can use the alternative that we have. Give you an example. Yam with vegetable can be a very good school lunch. Granuts, banana is also a very good school snacks. Rice and beans, akara. So those are local and healthier food options to pack for lunches for our growing children. Not the meat pie, not the fizzy drinks, not the juices. If you have to do juice for the children or for your kids, juice it. Use regular fruits and make juices for them. You can freeze it and then they can take it to school. By the time they drink it, it has already thawed out. So let's talk about hygiene. Hygiene is a big thing. Hand washing, we know, can prevent so many diseases. And for our little ones, it's still something that they need to learn. And unfortunately, in our schools or in some schools, there is no running water, or the running water is not very constant, or even accessibility to water. So this is where hand sanitizers come in, or alcohol wipes come in. But the main thing is to teach our children how to use them. What I do as a mom is I buy the small sizes and put in my children's lunch boxes, and they know how to use it. And then teach your children how to wash their hands before they even start school, for those that can do them. Proper hand washing helps to prevent a lot of diseases. So you teach them it's important to wash their hands after using the toilet and even before they eat. So put these small hand sanitizers in their lunch boxes. And I know during COVID, it was all over the place. People were using it. So it's back to school now. So let's think of health and safety for our children. And another big one is safety on the way. Safety starts from home. For our children that takes public transportation, such as keke or kada or even buses, parents should endeavor to, or loved ones should endeavor to teach their children safety, and also how to spot untrusted drivers. And if they have to take public transportation, go to designated areas to take the public transportations. And I know it can be tempting. Children will be children to catch a ride from someone that say, "Oh, hey, where I know your school. Let me give you a ride." But please discourage your children from entering into a stranger's vehicle, because it's not safe. Another thing I know that children can do, I did it as a kid, is taking shortcuts. Taking shortcuts to school is not always the best idea, because those shortcuts are, they don't have that much foot traffic in them, and sometimes they're like in a dark area. So, and it's very unsafe for children to go through those shortcuts. So encourage your children not to go through those shortcuts, and also encourage kids to walk in groups. Because I remember when used to walk to school, we always walk in groups, and it keeps the children safer that way. um, Another thing that parents go through is, when children start school, they become sick, because school is a breeding ground for so many types of germs. Kids can get sick with things from malaria, stomach upsets, or different types of infection. But with the malaria, let's encourage, or parents endeavor to provide mosquito nets for the kids to sleep in at home. And also in boarding schools, if the school cannot provide a mosquito net for your child, endeavor to buy him or her one to be using in school. And also with illnesses for boarders, I think this is something that we don't, we don't talk about all the time. If your child is a boarder, encourage your child to identify or to notify the school authorities when they are sick early enough, so that they can get the proper treatment. They should not hide anything from the school authorities. They should not be telling their senior, "Oh, I think I have this, I think I have that." If the school has a clinic, if your child if they suspect that they are sick with something, they should just go straight to the clinic so that treatment can commence early on enough. Another thing I forgot to mention earlier is some children are also on medications. Maybe your child has asthma or is diabetic and they have to take their medications with them to school. And if they are in boarding school, teach your children to know how to take their medications, and also if they are running low, to call you or let the school authorities know to get them their medication so that they don't run out, because those things can pose a bigger health threat if not handled early and enough. Okay, so the last thing we will talk about is mental health. And I know in Nigeria we feel like children don't have any problems. What do they know? They are children. But unfortunately, mental health does not have any age requirements. So for our school age children, something like uh, changing school, starting a new class, where they can feel isolated, don't know anybody in the school, or even bad talk from their friends, and also bullying. So these are the things that affect their emotional state and also have an impact on their mental health. And I feel like as parents and as caregivers, when our kids come to us, we should keep an open mind, talk to them, find out what is going on in school, and also carry the teachers along. Teachers also should try to make a safe space for the students. Our kids needs to feel safe in school. So those are the things we want to talk about when it comes to back to school healthy tips for our caregivers and for our parents. So let's recap. So we talked about nutrition, the importance of eating healthy meals versus sugary drinks or fast food. So encourage your children to eat healthier and also pack healthy food for them. We talked about hygiene, the importance of hand washing, and how it prevents a lot of germs. And we talked about safety on the way, encourage our kids to walk in groups, and also be mindful of where they walk and who they meet on the way. We talked about illnesses and how our kids should report illnesses to the school authority early and enough if they are in boarding school, and also to take their medications if they are in school as well. And also, kids should stay home when they're sick. They don't need to come to school, because rest is best when you're sick. And we talked about mental health and the importance of supporting our children emotionally so that they can thrive. So thank you for watching. Follow us on all of our social media handle, and see you next time.